not going home at all.
So they pick up the Raph. There's some good...
That's Raph, buddy.
Yeah.
Find out, can TNC close this game and put things in their favor this time around, or will Echo stop time for TNC to actually take this series? Let's see how the composition goes. For those of you watching on YouTube, go ahead. Who do you think is going to win this series? Will it be Echo? Will it be TNC? Put it in the hashtag with your game ID and server ID, and be sure to be a follower. That's a good pull. And that was Nomad being forced, but still in the protection of the turret. He's still safe.
Yeah, he's going to be just fine there. And, you know, one thing, too, I think is, yeah, that Rafaela. You have to see how this is going to be utilized throughout the team fights, the early skirmishes.
Yep.
Obviously, we know there's also that speed boost with it. But even with the emblem, the focusing mark, that could actually help a lot in terms of getting through the Netherrealm even. Again, we're talking about, what, 6%?
Yeah, 6% for 3 seconds.
Yeah, you get that bonus there, and we could see that kind of turn the tide of those extended health bars, if you will, from the Netherrealm and the rest of how they want to deal with it. But TNC definitely, we'll see how they approach this again. Ooh, good play there.
Cancelled out, and the Tonus welcome.
Yeah, eye for an eye just in time.
Meanwhile, Sanji looking for a way to pull Ryzen in. And still with the both. Oh, the missile expert still made the great way to poke out of Sanji and Sanford back to base.
Yep, that's big. So now TNC need to send out their roamer and their mid laner into the turtle. Press a little bit of an advantage there. Let's see if TNC will take the 50-50. Or if any of these two will be able to find a pick off first. No Detonus welcome for this Barretts. Means no -1. Carl TZ will still have his Tortoises, Pusons. Level 4 for the EXP laners. Heads is there first. Sanford still trying to get to level 4. He now has it. Electro final blow available for him.
And the rest of TNC is here. Oh, knock up onto 2.
There's the knock up. Minoan Fury right on target into the Netherrealm 2. Ryzen will fall alongside Hatred. And now still the battle going. Echo quite low themselves. Still get the healing on through. And Heads, the next target to fall. As Echo comes out swinging. Now working on the turtle here. Super Yoshi has to flicker out. Bandito has the answer as Echo wins big.
Great timing there by Sanji. It really looked like he was just counting Super Yoshi's flicker, so the moment he used it, Sanji just flickered forward and bang, a kill there into the Rafaela. That hurts more for TNC Pro Team. You saw how low the members of Echo were. TNC Pro Team, if they just had a little bit more, they could have fought out. But Echo, the moment they saw their Barretts, good catch there by JP. Able to use the Minoan Fury and then Despair Stomp, chaining the crowd control together to take that Barretts down. Since that Barretts went down quicker, that means TNC's team fight was faster, meaning that Echo had, well, all the time in the world to survive. You saw how low they were.
Yeah, and despite how Super Yoshi was there maintaining vision, I think he could have just went back or maintained distance, but it was too late for him to respond. But so far, that's just Echo's trying to step on their early game and slowly building up momentum. And Sanji, how he wanted to capitalize on Shadow Stampedes, man, he's just pulling everybody out. But meanwhile, the Harith!
The damage once again. JP in position, gonna be spotted out though. So Nomad is protected here. We'll have Super Yoshi there as well, so Echo not gonna be able to follow up on that.
Is Nomad's name Nomad because it's demon backwards?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes.
That's it. And now Super Yoshi, Holy Baptism will come down. Can't get away though. Looked like he was trying, but didn't have the flicker available either. Now Heads, the 1v1 with Sanford. The whole sword battle, but now Nomad. He took a little bit longer, but finally goes down.
Completely all in under the turret. Not a problem for Echo.
If game 2, TNC looked pissed off, now Echo look equally mad right now. Pure Comfort 6-0, 3K gold lead before 5 minutes. One more big loss and Echo has completely won the early game. TNC need to get something back here. Need to turn it around. If not, then they're gonna drop this.
But can they drop the turtle out of Echo? Heads right on the front line.
Jumping right in with Brave Spider. Now Carl T's gonna be one in trouble.
No retribution.
Hatred gets the kill. A great take here for TNC. They get the turtle, they get a kill, they're happy with it.
Yeah, great takedown as well. That was Carl Teasy.
Yeah, they needed that. Looked like that was a missile expert from the Barretts that actually sent Carl TZ to no man's land, or it also looked like he wanted to get closer. But now TNC with a good rotation, forcing Sanford back. Problem is no minion wave, so they can't push out that turret in the bottom lane. Top lane already pushed out by Echo.
Okay, speaking of top lane, Harris freely roaming and just pushing out waves. Despite how Carl TZ fell down, they wanted to bounce back with just macro mirror objectives out of the map because the focus right now could still be unknown because he switched lanes. Having that first skill up top slowly delays the possibility of the damage that they need for TNC's lineup.
Yeah, unique itemization here by Carl TZ, actually rushing the blade armor so that he has a crit reduction up against that Bruno.
Okay. Can they fight back?
Oh, what a pull! Ryzen using the ultimate to get out of there right away, so big utility gone on the side of TNC.
Meanwhile, Nomad again.
Nomad
being pushed to a corner.
Oh, this is tough. There's not much he can do against this as he's taken down again in a similar fashion, this time on the bottom side.
They're fast.
Yeah, his name may be Demon backwards, but right now, everyone in Echo is the Demon of Nomad. No escape from them.
They're mad completely, want to take everything out of TNC as quickly as possible.
It's tough because when you're talking about anytime you see the Baksha, you know the rotations are going to be on point. The calling from Echo, they're the express right now. That's exactly what they're doing. They're on the ride. And for TNC, Nomad especially struggling here. So you're almost in a position where it's like, all right, we got to at least protect Nomad so that doesn't keep happening time and time again. Man, they're really, I mean, even if they want to contest this turtle here, are they in the right position to do it?
Oh, good stun.
There it is. They get the stun out, but Echo wants to fight it. Zaman Force from Benny Cutie, forcing him back. They get the knock-up after knock-up. But TNC, even with the heals and the moves and grooves, they have to back off. And Sandy will get the pull with a stampede again. Meanwhile, Carl TZ will work on that turtle.
They're not letting go of this one. That's a triple for Sanji.
Man, unfortunate actually. Even though Ryzen was able to get the Detonus welcome, Heads wanted to use the Bravest Fighter but just bumped into a fat side of the wall.
Even with the brilliance, they're still going to want this. Sanji is on fire right now, feeling big at 9-0-1.
What a dominating momentum that Echo has, and Sanji with his Faramis, they completely taken out food out of, well, Ryzen secured that, but looking at the macro-wise and everything out of TNC, they're pushing them to actually just continue to defend.
Yeah, Echo there. Everything went right after that turtle fight. The TNC Pro Team, going back to that point again, Heads really wanted to get that Bravest Fighter to land onto multiple members of Echo to force them to eat up damage as Ryzen was eating up one member of Echo. But the problem was Heads just couldn't get past that wall. He was stuck there. He still got the stun off, but they couldn't maximize that entry by TNC, and that just led to losses everywhere for Echo, for TNC. Right before that fight, Sanford was able to build up a key item in the Malefic Roar. So he had that damage.
Oh, Sanford actually not going to go away this time.
Dumped.
TNC able to get a kill there.
Out of position, looking for a way to trade some of the waves in down bottom. Meanwhile, Saturn may be looking for a way to reconnaissance out of TNC, but yeah, that was 3. Probably right now, Minds of TNC utilize what they can pick off out of Echo. And now, slowly, they're looking for a way to trade against Echo with his lead. 9 minutes in. Items showing up.
Oh, wow. We rarely see this, but it's an enchanted talisman in the Necklace of Durans for Sanji's Faramis. So that's just pure cooldown reduction that he's rushing. Interesting.
Yeah, and a great way to deplete defense out of TNC as well.
Anti-heal, mana regen. So this is just Echo, or Sanji specifically, thinking, I never want to have to go back to base. I'll always have mana and I'll always have abilities ready.
Yep. Looks like Ryzen.
They're going to use it. Sanford, though, like the final blow, but here comes Sanji. Speaking of, NetherRealm going to be used. The connection comes in. Luminoyan Fury knocking him up. Nomad again the target. Super Yoshi will be able to survive, but they go in with Zaman Force and they can't find the kill to follow up. But Echo will now make their way towards the Lord.
A kill and a peel, and that's an orange taken away by TNC, and then objective open for Echo.
Echo, again, great coverage there. We're talking about the Faramis and that he just came up just in time, but of course, JP as well on time with the Minoan Fury. This has gotten out of hand for TNC. Already up to a Flask of the Oasis for the Minotaur. Echo can end it with the next siege if they play their cards right. Ben Cutie's been low-key for a good amount of the game. He's just been farming up. Already, he didn't build the Blood Wings. He went straight for the Holy Crystal. So that's quick damage already for this Harith, and only still up to a Berserker's Fury is this Bruno. Still trying to build into the Malefic Roar for the third item.
I think that's the biggest way to think on how the win possibility of TNC's late game will. Like, how will the damage penetration be a great way to pierce through JP? Because most of the things that he does right in the front line is that Minoan Fury and the knockup that he can do against TNC just gives out a lot of way to divert them out of the attention. But meanwhile, Carltese got stunned!
Carltese gonna get stunned, but in the backside, Sanji once again. Nether's
wow!
there, Nomad deleted off the map here. And now still holding it up the front side. JP will find more as Ryzen's the one to fall. And the Echo Express will continue on.
It's endable.
The finesse as the base is going to be worked on. They're still hungry for kills, but they'll end the game as they win 2-1.
Sansan duo with the winning die.